we will get started. We'll run through some basics, right? What's happening in the space. Gaurav, I'll hand it over to Gaurav. He will walk us
Oh,
through these things, and yeah, we'll take it this.
okay. Once again, welcome all of you to this webinar. I'm very excited today uh, to show what's in the store at ScaleNut. I think we've been working on this for a few months, and today we're opening up for everyone. So thanks all of us for joining in, and without spending a lot of time, I'll sort of now uh, move on to sort of a bit of background out there, right? Uh, the search as we knew it sometime back has significantly changed, by leaps and bounds. In fact, we see it changing every day. But how? I think zero click searches, I think all of us have been talking about, and now they have basically shot the roof, right? Last month itself, they sort of shot up more than 60% now on Google search engine. Uh, there's a lot of shift in Gen Z behavior, where now majority of the Gen Zs not just use Google but also sort of bypass Google to figure out other search engines, which is LLMs, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and so on. But very interesting trend is they also use other search engines like Reddit community or YouTube or few more communities for that matter. Now the shift is not just happening on the user side, but also on the businesses side, where almost one third of marketing folks now use visibility tracking and track LLM mentions for the brand. Now, all of us would be wondering, why the traditional SEO falls short today, right? I mean, we've been learning SEO and doing for almost a decade, but the game has suddenly changed in a span of any year, right? So, in the earlier SEO era, we've been working on optimizing for keywords, optimizing for rankings on search engines, writing blogs for top of the funnel informational content, or for that matter, acquiring backlinks to improve our domain authority. But all of this has suddenly flipped to, not only optimizing for keywords, but optimizing for prompts, which is what are the most important questions people are asking on LLMs. Uh, Not just referring to blogs, but also these LLMs refer basically a lot of UGC content, which is user generated content from communities like Reddit. So how do you be present there? Uh, how are you basically getting recommended by LLMs, and how are you writing super structured content, very sharp Q&As, using schemas to basically convey to LLMs that you're out there and answering the most important questions that people are asking. Okay, and hence, while we discussed the why and how it's changing, and hence the birth of basically GEO, which is not just optimizing for search engines, but wherever people search, be it ChatGPT, be it Reddit, or be it anywhere else for that matter. So that means optimizing for search engines plus AI, brand visibility across LLMs, and good enough presence in social channels like Reddit and YouTube. Okay. I think over the last few months, we've figured out these 4 pillars which could help you succeed in doing your GEO right. The first is prompt first planning, right? Instead of figuring out what keywords you include in your blogs or which keywords should you target, rather now start thinking about what prompts should I include in my blogs, what are the most pressing questions people are asking about certain topics, and help answer them. Second is answer them in a way which is super structured, sharp question and answers out there, and perhaps providing schema markups for LMs to understand, hey, I'm answering this question in this specific format. Third pillar is tracking what how you are faring on LLMs, which is relatively new compared to keyword tracking we've been doing for Google, uh, and also ensuring your website is crawlable for LLMs. And the fourth is social presence. Again, being present in communities slash search engines other than Google. Now, I think what has happened is uh, this traditional SEO, we've been seeing for over a decade, but over the last 6 to 12 months, this has completely flipped, and hence, and also this is uh, this is changing right now as we speak. Also changing at a very fast and rapid speed. So, hence, it becomes super important to work on it right now. Just to share some statistics, uh, majority of US adults now use ChatGPT for their queries. ChatGPT has a sort of traffic of upwards of 2 million. Um uh, Reddit and long form content together influence 70% of the output. You'll be amazed to know, Chat GPT and AI overviews, almost 20%, almost in 20% results, they mention Reddit, and that's the sort of place Reddit holds. And the rise of Google AI overviews again, right? Almost 30% of the queries uh, have now Google AI overviews, and this going to increase as we speak. Okay, talking about our new launch ScaleNet. What we have done is uh, we have launched two new modules, which is GEO Watchtower, which helps you unfold visibility across LLMs. uh, Four main LLMs: ChatGPT, Claude, AI overviews, and Perplexity. Second is social upreach, where we help you unfold what are the most important, threads on Reddit, and how do you sort of make your presence feel on Reddit. Because if you make your presence feel on Reddit, that will also mean you're also getting picked in the in the LLM searches when they recommend your brand, let's say. And then host of other things where we have upgraded our current modules, writing, optimizing, content audit, keyword planning. We've sort of upgraded all of these to ensure that they work for GEO, and not just talk about keywords but also prompts, and help you optimize for GEO. We've been, as I said, we've been building this for a few months and running beta as well for with a dozen of users, and at least the early feedback that we're getting is pretty powerful. We've also been testing this with some of our clients with whom we provide end-to-end service as well. So there also the results are sort of promising. Cool. Time to see it in action, where we'll demonstrate how, while this was more sort of theoretical, now we'll move
Yeah.
more practical on how all of this works. So over to you.
Perfect. Great. Thanks, Gigi, for walking us through some of the, like aspects of how the space is evolving. And I think there were a couple of questions around this, the changing landscape. And we fundamentally believe the large shift, at least, directionally has happened. It's just that now things will start moving incrementally. One thing that will change, of course, is the user behavior will continue to change in terms of looking for direct answers. So hence the more queries might happen on LLMs like ChatGPT, etc. But with Google launching its Google AI overviews, it will be like everybody would be on the level playing field. It's just that the nature of answers change. Rather than the blue links, there will be direct answers, right? So brand mentions, etc., become very important. So that's something that will happen over a period of time. All right, so we'll quickly get into the product, right? I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Mike, it's visible.
All right, perfect. So there are a lot of users who are, actively using our product. They will see certain changes in terms of the dashboard as well. So let me very quickly talk about how this is all organized and what are the core capabilities of the product. So the first one is the Geo Watchtower. This particular product will help you monitor your brand mentions on various AI engines like ChatGPT or Perplexity, Google AI overviews, etc. You can also access it from here. So you can check for a brand visibility. Like I said, you can also see the bot behavior uh, on your website, like analytics, like which bot is coming to your website is not blocking any particular bot, so that it's visible to the new age search engines. Also, in general, the sentiment analysis, let's say if your brand is being mentioned on ChatGPT, etc., what kind of sentiment is there? Is it a good sentiment, positive, negative, neutral, right? So Geo Watchtower will give you all the AI visibility trends that you need for your brand. That's first. Second is the Geo Core. Geo Core gives you all the tools that you need for content planning, writing, optimization, audits, etc. So a lot of products that were there inside ScaleNut, they've all been enhanced keeping in mind the new age search experience. So generative engine optimization is being considered in all these modules. So for example, when you write an article now, it considers the top prompts that people are asking related to that keyword, and then creates an article, right? And we talk about prompt coverage, so I'll talk about that as well. Social outreach, this is has become extremely important. How you're boosting engagement on platforms like Reddit, because Reddit, if you would have noticed that Reddit threads, they come up on their search results as well as results on ChatGPT, and hence your brand presence on Reddit has become extremely important, right? So these are like three core modules of, and we have also added because a lot of our users who are struggling with backlinks, etc. So we have added a marketplace, but that's very straightforward where you can search and directly buy the backlinks. To start with, we'll start with the Watchtower. That's the newest module, the product here. So it's, let's say we take example ClickUp as a site, and let's say that's okay, and our target country is, let's say, United States. So what we will do is, like, for this specific domain, we will analyze how their brand visibility is on certain AI engines. Now this typically takes, depending upon how many prompts we are analyzing, etc., it typically takes like 5 odd minutes. So we will automatically sort of figure out the description of the company, etc. We'll also extract the themes that are key. For example, when we talk about ClickUp, we talk about project management software, workflow automation tools, agile project management, productivity software for enterprises. Now, at this screen, or you can do it later as well, you can sort of like remove any of these, and you can add your own theme to guide AI in terms of what themes you want to track, right? For now, I'll leave them as it is. It will then pull out who are the core competitors, and that also you can sort of change. Asana, Monday, Notion, Trello, they're all fine. I can obviously like remove and add somebody. I can do that later as well. And then it will give you a list of prompts as a starting point, which again you can edit later. So it does like bunch of analysis in terms of your competitors, the themes that you have given, the space you are in, and accordingly it pulls out the prompts. And based on those prompts, it takes out your visibility, right? Now, while it does that, let me. I've also, yeah. So for example, it has pulled out certain prompts, like what are the top all-in-one project. So these are the questions, actual questions that people are asking on like ChatGPT or Perplexity. Can you recommend feature-rich project management software? Uh, can I replace multiple productivity tools? So ClickUp's one of the proposition is multiple productivity tools it replaces. So these are the prompts. I can again do all the edits and then I'll click start analysis, right? It takes few minutes. In the interest of time, I'd already done it and I'll share that. So same, so ClickUp, we are tracking on 4 engines, AI overviews, Perplexity, Claude, OpenAI, and for 30th July, which is today, so it has shown like what kind, and there are two kind of views. So there is a bar view and there is a line view as well. So every, like depending upon the refresh frequency, it will keep getting plotted since we started from today. So that's why you will see one data point and you will see the brand visibility percentages here. It is basically out of all the prompts, brand mentions how many answers mention your particular brand and what kind of sentiment it has. Now, while your brand might be getting mentioned, but the sentiment might not be positive. For example, it might be like, okay, don't go with ClickUp. Now, while it is getting mentioned, but it's a negative sentiment, right? So here we see all the positive sentiments. It also shows all the prompt runs. You can see the details of each of these as well, the answers that for example ChatGPT etc would have provided. These are the answers to these uh, questions, these prompts. These are the sources. We'll go to sources as well, but this is the dashboard that will give you a trend over a period of time of how your brand is doing in terms of visibility percentage, because that fluctuates. So it's important to keep a track that our efforts are in the right direction. There's a prompt library and you can check all the prompts. For example, there are 15 prompts here. For each of these prompts, on which model you guys are, that particular brand is getting mentioned. So for example, this prompt, it is getting mentioned on all these models. For this particular prompt, it is not getting mentioned on ChatGPT and Perplexity, right? uh, so you can also see for other brands that we chose as our competitors, right? So these are the prompts. You can also see the sources. Now this becomes important because LLMs or like these AI engines, they are looking at certain sources as trust signals, and that's where things like Reddit also come into play. But for this specific niche, which is productivity tools etc, these are the sources that it is considered, right, to extract information, right? So these become important. Of course, let's say we can't, let's say if you are a particular brand and an article of your competitor is ranking, you can't really get a sort of a mention from them, but you can reach out to other sources to include your brand, so that next time when your brand, let's say you want to improve the visibility, these particular sources are citing your brand as well, right? So it gives you a very good list to sort of reach out to people as well. So this is core of Geo Watchtower. Another important thing that it does is AI traffic monitor. AI traffic monitor, what it does, you have to sort of connect your Cloudflare here for it to start populating data. Again, I have done it for one of our testing sites. So this is how it will monitor like AI visits, how they are sort of trending over a period of time. It will show you the AI visits as well as the human visits. For example, like these are the, if somebody clicks from ChatGPT, there is a UTM that comes. So it shows how many human visits are there, how many AI visits are there, and you will see the same view for your pages as well, right? For specific pages, how many visits are happening, when was it last indexed, and all the details, right? So you will see all of that when you look at AI traffic monitor. And we talked about, overall trend in the overview, prompt library and sources, etc. I'll take a pause in case there are certain any questions, Gaurav, you want to sort of answer specific to Geo Watchtower, which is like your control center to look at how AI visibility is there.
No, I think mostly questions have been answered.
Okay. All right.
Just give
Perfect.
me a second.
Sure.
Okay, not specifically GEO Watchtower, but people want to know about how do you basically add the prompts into into the article.
Yes, we'll cover that.
Second is can I check this for local geo or the entire US? And it's an amazing feedback. So we'll sort of move on it.
Yeah.
Mm, that's pretty much it. Another question was, which I already answered, is like, uh, so does this track the prompts being entered into free version of LLMs or paid subscriptions as well? So these prompts, uh, we hit let's say ChatGPT APIs, right? Which basically do those high quality searches, which perhaps one would get unlimited on paid plan, and with a certain restriction on free plan. So I think
Okay. So what I'll do is while you're answering questions, Gaurav, I'll quickly move to a very, very exciting product, which is Social Outreach. This is very new. Sorry, you were saying something?
no, no. Have we talked about Cloudflare?
Yes, we did. We did.
Okay, so there are a bunch of questions out there. Uh,
Yeah.
do we need to link Cloudflare
Yes,
for
you will have
for
to
AWS?
for the bot analysis. Yes, otherwise you don't have to.
If you want to basically know how much traffic you're getting from, let's say, ChatGPT bot or Perplexity bot, for that you need to connect Cloudflare. Otherwise, for normal visibility tracking, you don't need to. Pretty much it, Mayank. I think we can move forward for now.
Perfect. Now, this is one particular product, Social Outreach, that we have been very, very excited about. Reason being, it is not a very a traditional SEO product, right? It's more of like social media or UGC platform product. But given the importance of UGC platforms, have gained over last few sort of like quarters. Now, thanks to their sort of appearance in Google search results as well as ChatGPT, it has become extremely important for brands to build their presence on those channels. And one of such leading platforms is Reddit. I think all of us use Reddit, but building a presence, and coincidentally, whenever we speak to our brands, most of them, like 95% of the people, don't have any presence on Reddit, right? uh, and slowly that's changing, and you wanted to sort of solve for that, how we can make it easy, so that if you have a particular brand, you sell SaaS or you sell consumer products or you sell like services, how can you and if people are talking about your product, your niche on Reddit, how does your brand appear there, right? And it's not straightforward if you do it manually, right? It takes a lot of time. Right. Okay. I'll share my screen again. Please let me know if it is visible. Yeah. Gaurav, this is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the second important product is the Social Outreach product. Again, we will take the same example. Let's say ClickUp, and we'll get started. So it again does like bunch of analysis before showing you the related threads that are appearing on SERP, how that brand is getting mentioned, uh, you know. So again, the same flow. Here again, you will get option to customize your keywords. You can reduce the number of keywords, you can add more keywords, very relevant. You can choose whom you are tracking against, whose brand mentions you want to track. So those are your competitors. And you can also, if you are already familiar with certain subreddits, you can add those subreddits. But if you're not, the system will give you the related subreddits anyhow. So while it is doing the analysis, Gaurav, again, like if there are any questions that you feel are relevant to the wider audience, feel free to uh, take them up. Yeah. Okay. So these competitors. Fine. And then it will pull out the related subreddits, right? Again, we can edit. So these subreddits, they become important because here we are trying to sort of monitor how our brand is getting mentioned. So for example, project management, yes, it is related. So these particular subreddits, they are appearing on SERP, as well as these are the ones that are suggested by AI based on the inputs that we gave, right? So when we are looking at ClickUp as a brand, project management, yes, productivity cafe as well. You can also look at time management, but let's see if there are others that I can choose, or can choose technology, time management, let's say, or let's just start with this, right? What it will do is, now we have given all the inputs, it will pull out all the data and sort of share. I'll directly come there. Again, I have done that just before this. All right. So we were looking at ClickUp as a brand. It refreshes every day, where we give you like fresh insights, how your brand is getting mentioned, what are the latest threads. So what it has done is it has pulled out all the latest sub threads here, what people are talking about on those threads. So you will see that on the right hand side. I'll keep it simple. So here you will see all the sub threads. You will also see why it is relevant. Like for example, what collaboration software do you recommend for a small team? And relevance is it's related to team collaboration tools, and that's what ClickUp is all about. You will also see latest threads, right? You can sort by relevancy, uh, and filter by the time. You can also see the mentions, and most importantly, you can see the sentiment, and you can see it not just for yourself, you can also see for the competitors that you're tracking, right? Like calendar apps, what do you miss, which are the best? Here it's neutral because they have not given opinion on any, but it has mentioned ClickUp, so it is there, 100% relevant. And this is positive. You can also see if there is any negative one. No negative, so that's a good news. uh, so we can also just look at like the positive ones here, and you can go to settings, and you can pretty much like change whatever you want to change. You can change the keywords for which we are tracking the subreddits. So you can change the keywords from here. You can change your competitors. You can change the subreddits. You can add more subreddits here. You can search. uh, So it will also show the subreddit. So you can do all of that within the settings, right? So this particular, and let's say I'll go back here, right? Uh, for example, let's say latest threads. I'll go here. Now, somebody is saying, how do you separate work and personal life when you run a service-based business? Here, somebody is trying to look for, how to plan their lives better. And here I want to, for example, add a reply as a brand. I can generate a reply. Once it generates a reply, you can just copy comment, and it will open that specific Reddit post. So you just click there, it will copy, it will open that, and you can directly go ahead and I'm not logged in, but you can directly go ahead and just paste, right? So it basically automates the entire flow from identification of which are the threads that you should be engaging on, creating a copy, and all you need to do is just go and copy, right? Edit if you need to, and just start building your presence on subreddit, on Reddit, right? So that's social outreach. Again, I'll take a pause, Gaurav, in case there are any quick questions you want to take before moving on to the code that talks about how do we plan, write content.
Let's move to the core, Mayank.
Perfect. All right. Now, as a lot of you
Okay.
might be
No,
aware,
there's a sorry to interrupt, but there's a quick question. When you use the generate response option, are we able to select the tone style, or where is it pulling the tone style from?
so basically, we look at the brand right now. For example, if you're talking about like ClickUp, it has understood how ClickUp sort of writes based on the website, and that first screen that we saw, it pulled out the description. So that's the tone that we follow. Obviously, we'll make more enhancements to it to make it more nuanced. Yeah. So at this point, that's how it is.
Yeah. Let's move forward then.
Yeah, and if you need, you can change the tone as well. Either way. So let me just quickly show that how you can change the default tone that we pick. Let me just quickly share that. Yeah. So for example, you see engaging here, the tone, this is the, let's say, default. You can change to direct, balanced. You can do those things here. All right. So cool. So now coming to another exciting part where a lot of tools today are trying to solve one problem, which is the visibility problem, right? But currently, there are no tools that sort of also tell you how to create content that incorporates the top prompts for your specific set of keywords. So basically, creating content for both Google as well as, let's say, ChatGPTs of the world. So let me just share my screen. So one of the now Geo Core has a lot of different use cases here, right? You can write geo-optimized articles, you can humanize as well, you can build your content strategy, you can optimize existing set of articles that you have written in the past few years or few months. You can optimize for GEO. You can obviously like manage internal linking, you can audit the entire website, you can fix on-page issues and so on and so forth. We will not go uh, into each of these, but let me quickly talk about one of them, which is article writing. That will cover optimization as well, which is like extremely critical. So the flow remains the same when it comes to like article writing. So let's say this article that we just created before that, let me just use the same. Sorry, just a second. So uh, back pain, home remedies, right? So let's say if it is the same keyword in the United States, I'll hit create. This is the article that we created. So let me just walk you through this one. I'll go back to the first step that you will go there. Okay. So once you enter the main keyword, this is where you will land. It will recommend the article type. You can give specific instructions, brand instructions to AI. Here is what things start changing. So earlier we would typically look at the top ranking articles to get an understanding. AI would typically do that. Now we look at the articles that are being recommended on the AI engines as well. Let's say the top articles that are being sort of cited on ChatGPT, by ChatGPT, as well as the ones that are ranking on Google. So for example, this particular article, the source is both AI as well as SERP. So AI is basically nothing but AI engines as well as SERP, which is Google. This article appears on Google, not on AI. So I can select certain set of articles depending upon, obviously I can review. Now, these are the articles that are reference articles to the AI to create content, right? All the factual information that it is sort of covering. Uh, so we have selected these, we can change, we can select more as well, right? So that's completely up to us. Prompt library. Now we have also pulled out what are the top prompts that should be covered in the article. You can, of course, like sort of add more prompts if you think they are relevant. So you can do that. You can sort of like uh, skip some of the prompts, or you can leave them as it is after having a quick look. You can also manage the key NLP terms because they still remain extremely important. These are key NLP terms that should be there in the content with importance, and the tone of voice, language, whether it is American English, British English, number of sorry, images, AI detection by default, they are all enabled. So I'm not going into details for those, but this is the new edition where you manage the prompts, you manage the reference articles based on what we are looking at on AI engines. Rest of the flow remains same except what you will see. So I'll go and create the outline. So outline also incorporates some of the top prompts that it should, but of course, feel free to edit after reviewing. And then we'll create content. This particular content incorporates the top prompts, and it will also show you, okay, these are specific paragraphs that have incorporated the prompts, right? Let me see if my previous article is already there. Okay, I can't. Okay, we'll have to wait for this article to get ready because we restarted this. It will take like a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's take up any questions related to article writing or anything else so far.
So, so I have four websites under my wing, one in Wix and three in Shopify. Can I use Shopify Publisher for all the three accounts? And is Wix Publisher available? So yes, you can use Shopify Publisher for three of your accounts.
Yeah.
Wix uh, Publisher right now is not available. But if that's something, which you use day in, day out, uh, do drop in a request and we'll see what can be done.
Yeah.
Where do you post these articles, Mike? This is the question.
Where do we post these articles?
Like on your
Like,
site, I mean, you can use, let's say, Shopify Publisher or WordPress Publisher to basically go publish directly to your website from here.
yeah, 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 absolutely.
AI content cannot be plagiarized, or we should humanize it because we have updates from Google. Can you answer this, Mike?
See, okay. I think Google has made it very, very, very clear, extremely clear that, and I'll probably like I might have that link somewhere. It doesn't matter how content is created, right? They don't care. And now, as a proof, they themselves show AI answers, right? So then, like, it doesn't matter. And in their guidelines, it's very, very clear. It cannot be plagiarized for sure. That's very, very clear, right? So you should not plagiarize it. Uh, till the time it is helpful, there's no problem whatsoever. Maybe this is the question that other people might also have, and I'll see if I can pull that guideline. I think I have. Let me just share this. So for everybody's benefit, because other people might also have this question. So if you see, these are Google's guidelines rewarding high quality content, however it is produced. It doesn't matter, right? How they're producing. Absolutely clear. So focusing on rewarding high quality
So
content
it's
has
crystal clear, basically, Mike, right?
absolutely, absolutely no doubts in that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, going back to the article that we were creating. So this is an article that AI has sort of created for back pain home remedies. Uh, Now, what it does is for example, in this particular H3, it has also mentioned that it has covered one specific prompt, which is what are the most cost-effective home remedies to quickly relieve lower back pain, right? So it gives you an idea that AI or Scalar's, article writer actually incorporates prompts and which prompts it is covering. For example, signs your back pain can be managed at home. The question is, how do I know when it is time to stop home remedies and see a doctor for my back pain, right? So these are like real questions that people are asking on ChatGPT or Perplexity or even Google AI overviews now, right? So it shows you all of that. You export this to editor, I'll replace it, right? So whatever we had. Now, there are few things that you will see on the right hand side that are extremely important. So one, earlier we used to have SEO score, but now that has evolved into a much wider scoring method, and hence it will be content score going forward because it incorporates other things as well. Most importantly, the prompt coverage, because we saw a lot of prompts were already covered in the draft. So here prompt coverage is all good. But let's say you have an existing article and you're trying to optimize, it will show you, what are the prompts that are missing. Schema markup is all good. You will also see the schema here. If you click on it, right, you will see the schema that you can add in the HTML. Key terms are all good, meta tags are all good, URL all good. So in this, like largely things are in place, and hence you will see the content score is good. That's the objective of creating new articles via article writer, that things are largely in place. But these are two important things that you should be now sort of careful about when you are creating new articles or optimizing existing articles. For optimization, flow remains the same, right? You basically give the link and of the existing URL, and it will show you all the details and the content score. You can also do a content audit of your entire domain, and it will take you can select the domain, and it will pull out the entire inventory of your website and show you the content score for each of those, and those you can optimize specific set of pages from content audit module as well, right? Or you can do it one by one using content optimizer, where you can enter a keyword and the URL that you want to optimize, right? And rest of it will remain the same. Um, I'll probably, we just, like, in the interest of time, we'll spend rest of the time uh, on questions. But taking a step back, what we are doing here is trying to cover the entire workflow when it comes to uh, planning and creating content for Google search, as well as ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc., or Google AI overviews. In addition, we give you control of your brand visibility, how it is trending over a period of time on different engines, and giving you an automation to start building your presence on key platforms like Reddit. So we'll take a pause here, and then we'll talk about a couple of other things as well. Uh, while Gaurav is sort of curating the questions, I'll small data points. If you guys can be like kind enough to just answer based on this demo. Uh, what features do you think we should add in Scale.net as you go forward? So just a short poll. Just like, what are your biggest SEO geo pain points today? And what are the features, like one or two features that you would like us to work on next? It will really help our product team, right? Both these questions will really help us how what we should be building next. So we'll be really grateful if you can take a moment to share your thoughts. Yeah.
Okay. Mank, here's the question for
Yeah.
schema.
Yeah.
How do you put it on a website?
Yeah. So so one is like, what we showed was that you can let me just share my screen. So you can see the schema. You can expand just a moment, let it generate. So you can copy paste this, add it in the HTML. So it will take care of that. You can also download the article, export as HTML, and it will automatically incorporate the schema, right? So there's some minor edits you might have to make. What we will also do is, like, we'll create a detailed help article that will share, to everybody. Okay, now, Gaurav, shall we move forward?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, perfect. So before we wrap up, so there is a small launch offer that we have, because some of our users that we were testing with, they wanted certain sort of bundles. The way the entire piece is structured. So there are these three modules: Geo Watchtower, Geo Core, and Social Upreach. All of these can be subscribed independently. We
Yeah.
wanted to give that flexibility to users, because certain set of people might already have one subscription to Geo Core. Most of the users will have subscription to Geo Core. That was existing. That is our existing product with lot of enhancements now. They just want to add social outreach, or they just want to add Watchtower, or somebody might want all of them, right? So we wanted to give that flexibility. And also there are like two plans in most of them. One is growth plan and a pro plan. Growth plan is, both the plans are obviously like very, very powerful. Growth plan typically meets most of the requirements. Pro, of course, for larger teams, larger agencies, enterprises, of course, Pro will make sense. Inside your ScaleNuts application, you will see all the plans in details. What you will not see are a couple of bundle offers that team curated. So if somebody is looking for all the three modules or three products, core, watchtower, and social outreach, uh, all the growth plans for all of them, it is like roughly around $1,000 per year, and you lock in this price for lifetime, right? So it is for every year same price, and you save roughly around $765 per year. Now another bundle, because some of you might already have the Geo Core product, you can go with Geo Watchtower or Social Outreach. That costs roughly around $600 per year. Again, you save around 200 bucks per year. If you guys are interested, or anybody's interested, Gaurav will share the subscription links as well, because these are not available on the product, because like we mentioned, this explicitly for this specific group. Or you can reach out to us on support on email or chat, and they will help you with subscription. Or if you have any other questions for that, yeah. But this is something that you wanted to do only for this specific audience for, yeah.
Okay, I've already shared this
Okay.
the links for both the bundle one and bundle two in the
Okay.
chat. Man, there's a
Sure.
question: is there a monthly mode also available?
Yes, monthly plans are available for all the modules. Absolutely. You can go to, let me see if I can show that very quickly. Just a moment, I might already have. So monthly plans are available for all. I'm not covering backlinks marketplace because that's pay as you go, right? There is no subscription for that. Subscription for Geo Core, it gives you everything: planner, writer, optimizer, audit, etc. You have Watchtower. Watchtower has only monthly plans at the moment, which is the growth and the pro plan. Like I said, for most of the users, growth should be good. Just starts with $49 per month. It includes ChatGPT and Google AI overviews, which is pretty much 99% of the search world. You cover 25 prompts. They are refreshed daily. Should be good for small to mid-sized brands and somebody who's like scaling. There are like 100 prompts refreshed daily. There are like four, uh, you know, like models that are being tracked, right? That's on the Watchtower. You also have Upreach. Again, monthly plans are available, starts with just $19, where you track up to three competitors, 20 keywords, five subreddits. The numbers change with the pro plan. And there are like, daily mentions and latest threads refresh happens. Um, with the annual plans for core and Upreach, you get like 50% off as well for this specific launch. Uh, so either one can go with monthly plans, or they can choose annual subscriptions of core or Upreach. Watchtower has only monthly at the moment, or they can choose bundle if they're looking for annual subscriptions of, let's say, Watchtower plus Upreach, or core Watchtower and Upreach. Any questions around pricing? Would be happy to take up.
One question is bundle offer contains growth plan or pro plan?
Growth plans for each of the modules. The growth plans, yeah. And like I said, they are more than sufficient for most of the brands. Pro is good for like large agencies or large brands. Just that just a quick question. If in case there are folks who have already subscribed to our annual plans, growth or pro, and they want to sort of upgrade, let's say growth annual plan users, they want to upgrade with specific bundle, reach out to us on support. right? We'll sort that out. Similarly, for Pro plan users, reach out to us on support, to us, right? Write to us, and we'll sort that out.
Can I use PayPal, Mayank? That's the question.
Yes, please reach out to us on support, and we will help you out with that as well. Everything is possible, yes. While Gaurav is like quick feedback, guys, like do you guys what do you feel about the product? What do you feel about like different products that you see? It really means a lot to us, keeps us excited to keep building. So any feedback would be really appreciated. Yeah. Thanks, James, Chano. Really appreciate you guys liking it.
Okay.
Lovely.
Thank you
Fantastic.
folks for. I think I was busy answering a lot of questions, but thank you folks for the overwhelming response and great to meet all of you.
Yeah, and we'll also send an email to all the attendees, right? With the recording as well as the launch offer. It should be with you guys in the next few hours. And we are available on chat and email, so feel free to reach out to us anytime.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Yes. Bye.